This video is designed to help you start a tea business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a tea business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful tea business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Starting a tea business isn't any different than starting any other business. You're looking to set a strong foundation for yourself, to grow and prosper. Building that foundation isn't easy, but it certainly helps that the tea industry is on the rise. Planning your business is perhaps more important than actually executing anything. Before you hire employees, plot your prototype product, etc., you need a plan. Setting your initial outlook helps keep your budding business in perspective. It's important to remember that starting your business is just as important as the final product. Let's look at several important steps to getting your tea business off the ground. Goals and objectives. The first step to starting a new tea business is laying the aforementioned foundation. And setting goals and objectives that you'll strive to meet as you start a tea business is the best way to set that foundation. Goals are the short-term things you're looking to accomplish that can help develop your business strategy. For example, an early goal could be finding a tea supplier, we'll get to this later, by the end of the month. That goal helps keep you motivated, and gives you an objective record that you can see to gauge your business success. Enough small goals help lead you towards your end objectives. Objectives are long-term things to strive for. Hiring an employee after 1 year is an objective that you can achieve through smaller short-term goals. Plan your budget. Once you've set goals, you need to start planning out a realistic budget for your business. All other factors aside, there are certain things you'll need and you're likely working with limited money. Sit down and figure out your initial spending limit. You'll probably have loans, and you'll want to make a timeline of when you plan to pay them back. It's also important to see what other loans you qualify for, and if you're interested in taking them. What's more, if you have invested money, you can figure out how long it will last, and avoid paying back costly loans. And once you have an idea of how much you have to spend, you can start thinking about what you need to spend it on. Suppliers. Speaking of breaking down expenses, product expenses like tea leaves and tea bags all have to come from somewhere. Those aren't everyday items that you'll buy in bulk at the store. So to get your tea business producing products, you'll need suppliers who can help. After deciding how much you have to spend, securing your actual product suppliers is the next step in the tea business. Make sure you're ordering high-quality products, even if they come at an extra cost. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and it's best not to blow that chance to save a few dollars. Customers. So you have your goals, know your budget, and have some supply lines in the works. Stop right there. Before you get too involved in ordering your tea or finalizing your business direction, think about your target audience. Who are you targeting with your tea? Millennials? People on their way to and from work? The lunch crowd? People ordering tea for at-home use? Your business needs to pick a demographic and mold its efforts toward attracting that demographic. However, it's important to remain flexible should an unexpected group of people develop an interest in your product. Marketing. Let's assume everything worked out well, and you are ready to drum up some hype. The best way to get your name out there? Marketing. Specifically online marketing. Social media gives access to billions of eyes that could take an interest in your product. Social media sites also offer paid advertising options that get your ads in front of demographics of your choosing. It makes an excellent way to ensure you're hitting your target demographics. Beyond social media, you can also target basic SEO. In a nutshell, search engine optimization gets your business on the front page of Google. If someone searched for tea near me, you want to appear on the first page. 95% of search traffic comes from that front page. You won't dive headlong into SEO quite yet, but a solid foundation is crucial. Starting a business takes time, money, and effort, no matter what industry you're targeting. Tea, despite its rapid growth, is the same way. You can't expect to start your business and take off overnight. It's important to keep things in perspective, and make calculated, deliberate decisions. Throwing money at quick growth almost never pays off. Yes, you need to grow, but don't get caught up in becoming an overnight sensation. Remember also that you're not alone in starting your business. Contacts in the tea industry are there if you know where to look. The next part of the video is not specific to a tea business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the tea business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful tea business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these two extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into two parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses, and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a tea business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free tea business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.